Assalamu alaikum, bienvenidos, and welcome back to the Impact Play. My name is Muhammad, otherwise known as It's Yago, and I'm your host and producer on the ones and twos, and we are your one-stop shop for the news, discussions, and reviews around gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, esports, and music. We are also keen on uplifting voices and even highlighting their stories. This support keeps the list running and keeps the content coming. You can learn more when you just go over on Discord, where you can subscribe directly in there to get access to some exclusive content, including the ad-free version of the show, a whole ton of content for everyone else, including this review cast, and so much more. We are also Epic partners, so every purchase you make with the Epic Store, whether it be Rocket League, Fortnite, Fall Guys, and more. No matter where you play or how you play, even in, it's a free-to-play title, and when doesn't matter the platform, so Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, even on PC. Just use our Epic credit code Theimpactplay. We do get a kickback and a commission to help support us in a brand new way, and no extra cost to you. Once again, that credit code is the Theimpactplay. This episode of the Theimpactplay is also sponsored by Audible. However, we will tell you about that later. This is our review cast where we are reviewing season 2 of Sonic Prime. So give it a listen and let us know your thoughts. Introducing is Team Impact, born in Atlanta and powered by the Theimpactplay. Learn more by visiting isteamimpact.com. Once again, that is isteamimpact.com. Is Team Impact and all of its affiliates are property and trademark of the Theimpactplay. All rights reserved. You could sign up for your free day-to-day trial and immediately get access to 1 credit. If you have Amazon Prime, you get access to 2 credits, and it's good for any premium title. Simply go to audibletrial.com/theimpactplay. Once again, that is audibletrial.com/theimpactplay. Alrighty, folks, it is time for our review of season 2 of Sonic Prime, which is available now on Netflix. It's been available since the 13th as this recording, so we are recording on the 19th. And as FYI, this review cast will be a time exclusive where our supporters get first dibs on this content and so much more. Because instead of becoming a supporter, you can learn more by joining Discord, and you can subscribe directly in the channel, directly in our Discord server to get that access and more. But nonetheless, let's get into this, folks. So there's 8 episodes now that is available. Each episode is about 20 minutes, give or take, so I was able to literally watch it all within a day. Within a day, I was able to knock that all out. So, I was gonna get into spoilers like right away. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, because I'm trying to keep this as a 2-part episode per normal, where the first episode I'll discuss the story and what have you. I'll try to keep it as spoiler free as possible. I'll discuss spoilers. I guess more of a spoiler discussion on the next episode, on the second part of this show. Now I was gonna say next episode, but part two of this review cast. So pretty much the gist of it is we already know that there's the Shadowverse, there's multiple Shadowverses, different forms of reality of Sonic and the gang. I'm sorry, Sonic and Shadow are the independents where there's no alternate forms of reality of them, but everyone else is different forms throughout the Shadowverse of worlds, of Sonic worlds, throughout this whole entire Shadow universe, or should I say multiverse, or in their terms, Shadowverse. And essentially, they're just trying to put it all back together. That's the gist of it. But as a discussion of how exactly it happens, my take on this and so on, that'll be in the second part. But I did enjoy it. Kind of when I did, maybe I was like halfway in. I kind of wanted to get a recap of it. It doesn't like throughout the first episode of the second season. It didn't give you any form of a recap. It just started right away. That's why I didn't like about it. That's my only like strife with it. And at the end of this, there will be. It looks like there will be a season 3. I'm gonna look into this, see if there is gonna be a season 3. Let me see. Sonic Prime. Because the way it ended like on a cliffhanger, so to speak. Let's see what this site has to say. The cider. Because they're saying that there's 24 episodes that was already produced, and so far, let me see, there's 8, and how much was on episode 1? 8 as well. So 8. It looks it's safe to assume that there will be a season 3 because there's 8 seasons in each episode, and 8 episodes in each season. It looks like there will be a season 3 the way it just ended. So it ended the way we did not anticipate, which I'll go into more detail on the second part. But all in all, like we already know there's different universes, so Sonic pretty much traveled accidentally between those different Shadowverses in the first season. In the second season, he kind of does it intentionally. With repercussions, and unintended consequences. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. But as a review score, on the Theimpactplay scale, out of a 5-star rating, it was nice and short, but like I said, it's just that recap thing. Just the first time I've watched a show where it didn't recap you in another season. Like it didn't recap you at all, so you just had to piece it together yourself. I kind of want to give it a 3. So we gave the first season a 3.5. I guess my only strife with it is because I don't want to give it a 3.5 because the first season was a whole lot better. Should we give it a 3.5 too? Like I'm definitely not gonna give it a 4. It doesn't deserve a 4. I guess I'll give it a 3.5 too. So a 3.5 out of a 5-star rating on the Theimpactplay scale. And I guess we'll transition into part 2 of this review cast. So, guys, are not interested in spoilers or that type of content, or you guys haven't watched season 2 of Sonic Prime, you could pause this and come back to it later on, or you could, or thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate every single one of you. And if you guys are interested in some email, some feedback on this review, you can do so as follows. After each and every episode, there will be a question asking you on Spotify about your feedback. You could let us know directly there, or the other couple ways to do so are as follows. So you could send us an email to email at theimpactplay.com, via directly on Discord, or even leaving a voice note over there at anchor.fm/Theimpactplay, where we repeat whether we play live or will be played live or read live here on the show. So thank you guys so much. I guess stick around for part 2 if you guys want to stick around. If not, I appreciate every single one of you, and just thank you for being with us. For everyone else, we'll see you all on the second part. I believe it's time for part 2 of our review cast for Sonic Prime. So thank you guys so much for joining us, for tagging along and joining alongside with us for our hot takes and more of a spoiler discussion without repercussions of giving away spoilers. So nonetheless, let's get into this review. So all in all, like I said, in the first half, where Sonic is traveling throughout the Shadowverses intentionally this time, and trying to bring, I guess, reality together. So what that means was there's all just different worlds out there, right? Different Shadowverses. So they found a world where was essentially their home before everything shattered and turned into the Shadowverse. And Amy, Knuckles, Happy, the Frog, all of them were stuck in this loop. And there was this blueprint of before Sonic actually shattered the shards into the crystal shards, whatever the case may be. And it seems like they have to put those shards all back together. It looked like there was 5 pieces originally, but there was actually one more piece. But with this, and then the little surprise at the end was the person that was helping them put together was Tails, but then 9 Tails of the from that city where the council of that Chaos Council originated from that Shadowverse. Was putting it all together because he's the smart one, right? But Sonic's the unintended repercussions that I mentioned earlier was because he wanted to put his reality back together without the consequences of who knows what it could do to all the other different forms of reality. He didn't think of that. He just wanted He just wanted his old friends instead of worrying about his new ones. And in the first season, we saw a glimpse of Shadow, but now we actually see Shadow, where he's stuck in the in-between Shadowverses. He can't travel between them. So him and Sonic came to an understanding to try to help, I guess, bring the shards back together and hopefully fix reality. And essentially what Tails intended was, instead of fixing a reality, he wanted to just pretty much start from scratch. He found the universe that he could, there was no template and no nothing, so he could pretty much build his own universe there. His own Shadowverse, I should say. And then we see other forms of characters crossing over. Like we saw the 2 Roses, Dusty Rose and the Rose from the Pirate Shadowverse together. And then they crossed over into the city, into not the pirate, the forest Shadowverse, where it was all forest. They saw another form of him, like, what? And then Tails saw himself like 2 or 3 times over. They were like so confused. I'm like, there's different Shadowverses, different universes. So of course. But yeah, but what I found out too is with this season, the cast for the different forms of, like, for instance, Knuckles, Rouge, Amy, what have you, they're not the same voice actors. However, voice actors actually do. They did voice act for different characters in its entirety. So, like someone was voicing a version of Knuckles, and then it was also the same voice of Happy. So it's a little bit confusing, but yeah. But all in all, it was actually, I did enjoy it. However, like I said, that's my only one strife with it. I could have been better, but my only strife with it was they didn't give you a recap from the very first episode. I'm like, really? Or previously on Sonic, nothing, none of that. I just started. I'm like, really? Come on. Let me see something. So it was July 13th, the second season, and it was December of 2022, so last year. So it was less than 7 months between seasons. So you guys should give us a recap. Even if you guys can give like an extra 5 minutes, do a quick recap, it would have been more than helpful. For those that have maybe forgotten, we've definitely watched plenty of shows, plenty of movies in that time. We've played plenty of games that we've reviewed tech and what have you. It's just I don't understand it. But all in all, I would definitely recommend it. For those of you who are gaming fans, Sonic fans, or just want something to watch or watch with your family, it's definitely family friendly. And I'm pretty sure it's the same studio that worked on it. Let me see. It begins with a W. White Brain, something like that. Wild Brain. Ha ha ha. I think that's a studio. Wild. July 6, 2023. Yeah. That's Wild Brain Studios actually worked on this again for season 2. So they're back at it again. So hopefully, as we try to reach out for season 1, hopefully for season 2, we should be able to get somebody from Wild Brain Studios. If you guys want somebody on the show, talk to them on Twitter, talk to them on Threads, on Instagram. Let them know that you want them here on Theimpactplay to answer questions, have them on a review, or not on a review, on an interview. And just join, and you guys want questions, tag us and tag them as well. And let us know your questions on social. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate every single one of you. If you guys are interested in sending some reading mail, you could do so by as follows. So you can let us know your feedback directly on Discord. We're leaving a voice note over at anchor.fm/impact. No. Yeah, anchor.fm/impact play. I got confused for a second. Via email to readingmail@impact.com. Or even if you guys listen to us on Spotify, you can send us a question directly. I'm sorry, there will be a question after each and every episode, asking for your thoughts on that particular episode. You can send us your feedback that way, and your feedback rather be played live or read live here on the show. Also, you can catch the regular recording of the Impact Play. We do record live over at twitch.tv/Impact 9 times out of 10, we will record live over on there. If you guys can't join us live, don't worry. There's all the ways to support us free. You can watch the video later on YouTube.com/Play, Spotify, or even on your favorite podcast platform. And simply search for the Impact Play. That's all one word, folks. It's not case sensitive. And that's about it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to leave us a rating and just a review on your favorite platform. It'll help us reach even more listeners, even more viewers, help expand our community even more. So thank you guys so much. Have a great one, and we'll see you all on the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Nos vemos. We are out. مع السلامة مع السلامة. And that's a wrap, folks.